can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You know what it is, Truth Nation? Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
The best way to start your day. Cutting through the noise and bringing you the real stories behind the headlines.
Talk to someone about how you feel. Do not internalize it. Do not consume it. You deserve to be heard.
It's time to wake up with Milwaukee's favorite morning show.
It's not just we canceled it, it's over, it's a done deal. Shouldn't be that way. That program still should proceed no matter how a few may go.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee.
Telly, where are the watch parties? Where the brothers gonna be? I just want to see what she was gonna do.
This is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Here are your hosts, the effective communication coach Denise Thomas and two-time Emmy Award winner Telly Hughes.
Good morning. Happy Hump Day, July 19, 2023. Thank you for waking up and tuning us in. Bailey Coleman in for DT. You're listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Bailey, good morning.
Good morning, Telly. How are you?
I am doing great for a Wednesday. How about you?
I'm doing great for a Wednesday, too. It's a pleasure to be back with you.
Yes, it is. It is. It is so good to have you back with us. And Wednesdays, everybody has a problem with Monday. Everybody has a problem with Hump Day. And in the middle of the week, Bailey, what do you think you need? Like, do you feel like you're kind of like, I don't know. I won't say the tank is kind of on half once you get to Wednesday, but like, what do you need to replenish for the rest of the week to get you to Friday?
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to need today when I get off, okay, I got my water going right now, but I think I'm going to need a Gatorade just to replenish because I'm going to hit that wall at about 12 o'clock today. And I'm going to need that Gatorade to help.
Real, isn't it?
It is real. I'm going to need that wall just to push me through to Friday. I'm going to need that Gatorade just to push me through. Hopefully the wall won't go up too high. I'll be able to climb over it.
Yeah. And when I just said July 19th, it's hard to believe that not only the summer is almost over,
right.
The year's almost over.
Right. Wait a minute, because we just started with the summer, didn't we?
It sure does seem like it.
I was thinking, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, it seemed like all of a sudden it was May, and now we're halfway through the summer.
Yes. And I'm starting to think now, like July 4th is almost like it used to be where, okay, Labor Day, that's when you knew summer was coming to an end. But July 4th is starting to feel like Thanksgiving to me. Meaning, like, once Thanksgiving comes, the year is over.
Yes.
Because a couple of weeks later, you got Christmas, and then bam,
right.
It's over.
And
now, like, July 4th is like, wow, okay, we don't have any more summer holiday. The only summer holiday we have left is Labor Day.
Right, exactly. I mean, look. It's just, didn't it used to seem like there was this huge gap between Thanksgiving and Christmas? And now that you're really looking at it, you're like, well, that's really only 2-3 weeks apart there.
Yep. And that's weird now that you're older and you're out of school and you think about it now. Like, why didn't they just combine the two? Even when you were in college, you would go home for Thanksgiving and then you'll go back for just a couple of weeks and then you're back home for the Christmas break.
Right.
And it's only a couple of weeks apart. Like
only
you said.
A couple of weeks. Yeah. I got nothing for you. I don't know. Combine them.
Well, Truth Nation, we got a lot for you this Wednesday morning. There's a lot of hot topics that we're going to get into. And one that kind of caught my attention yesterday, Bailey, is the search warrant issued in the Tupac murder investigation.
You know, I saw that, and I was like, this is 20-some years later or something like that.
30 to be exact.
Okay, so what are we doing? Y'all ain't figured out who killed Tupac and who killed Biggie? What are we doing? And a search warrant now, what's that going to turn up? I mean, because it's 30 years ago now.
Well,
I'm
first off,
saying. Were they going to find a gun?
Yeah. I think this has a lot to do with the fact that you have that alleged serial killer that they found in Long Island who was living this double life. They're investigating murders that happened like a decade ago.
Right.
So maybe they feel as though, all right, if we're still investigating these, why aren't we investigating two of the most prominent hip-hop artists to ever be ever.
Right.
And both of them were murdered.
Yeah.
And there's no answers 30 years later. I don't know.
Okay. Now, professionals say, the whispers say, well, you know what the whispers say, don't you?
Well, it just depends on which whispers you're listening to, because some people still think that Tupac is alive.
Well, yeah, some people think he's still alive over in Mexico somewhere.
I do not believe that.
I don't believe that either.
I mean, because we're just too prone to come and check on the crib.
Okay.
Like, you just say, go. Come on, Bailey. Like, that'll last for a little while, maybe even 10, 15 years. But at some point, you got to go home and check on the crib.
Right. You got to, at some point, right? Yeah. Nobody, I haven't heard anybody saying anything like that about Biggie. Like he's still alive.
No, never about Biggie.
Yeah.
I mean, once he. Yeah. That was pretty much it. But there was just the whole. I mean, because I'm trying to remember, Bailey, I don't think Tupac even had a funeral, did he?
I don't remember. I
don't think he had a funeral. We know Notorious B.I.G., they had him in the back of a horse carriage through the streets of Brooklyn and Bed-Stuy. And that was one of the most, I don't know if you want to say iconic funerals, but definitely one of the more memorable ones.
Right.
Him being paraded through the streets of Brooklyn. But I can't remember if they said that Tupac wishes were to be cremated, or I'm not sure, but that would still feel odd as a 25-year-old man. Like,
right, and his mother was very different.
Being cremated.
Right. I mean, his mother was very different too. And
yes, but if you really want to know what happened with Tupac and Biggie, only thing you got to do is just go to a Los Angeles area barbershop. When I lived in LA,
I got the truth over here.
Everything. I was like, why are we still like spending all this money on investigations and things. Everybody in here knows what's going on.
Right.
They have names and everything. Yeah, so-and-so, Red Mike, he was over there and he saw it and it was right on Wilshire and blah, blah, blah.
Wilshire,
like,
yeah.
Wow, why is it that all these people in the barbershop have these answers that
the police
paid investigators don't?
Because, they say, how they say the streets in our community, that's how the streets, that's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. But
I mean they're all theories and all that. But there's been lots of allegations and supposedly and allegedly saying that, maybe Diddy did Tupac and Suge Knight did Biggie.
Yeah.
Lots of allegations and supposedlys and allegedlys. I don't know for myself. You know what? I don't think I was paying that much attention back then. I wasn't paying that much attention to them. Because remember, they were big acts, but they weren't like, neither one of them was a Beyonce or really a Jay-Z at the time. Mm-hmm. They became more iconic after the fact.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was enjoying the music and everything because, I was a West Coast girl, Mm-hmm. Hey, Pac couldn't do much wrong, but I love me some Biggie, too. I ain't going to lie.
Right. And the reason why we are only giving you this information because this is the information, the limited information that the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department wanted to issue. And the LVMPD can confirm a search warrant was served in Henderson, Nevada, which is a neighboring suburb of Las Vegas, on July 17, 2023, as part of the ongoing Tupac Shakur homicide investigation. We will have no further comment at this time.
Okay.
That's one of those statements you're like, thanks for a whole lot of nothing.
Exactly.
After almost 28 years later, you tell us there's a search warrant, but we can't tell you nothing else.
Right. Well, trust us, we're not coming to beat down your door. It's been 30 years. When you get it, you get it.
Yeah. Truth Nation, we want you to get involved in this morning's conversation. We got some hot topics we're going to get into. Hit us up on the Truth Talking text line, 833-212-1017. Local and national story. A U.S. soldier crosses into North Korea willingly, and he has racing ties. Also, locally, it's being called the House of Horror. Children escape home naked and covered in feces. Mother and boyfriend arrested. We'll get into that. Plus, Carly Russell's parents speak out, and a Houston woman being detained in Dubai for screaming. We'll have updates on all these stories. Once again, hit us up on the Truth Talking text line, 833-212-1017. We'll get into all those hot topics on the other side of the break. Bailey Coleman in for DT. You're listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. More after the break. Or maybe we're not going to break. What's going on? Where's Ben?
That's a good question. But
oh God, Ben, come on, Ben, jamming. But okay, well, we'll keep going. We'll get right into these topics.
Exactly.
Forget a break. We'll get to the break a little later. But first off, this U.S. soldier crosses into North Korea.
Okay. Now, see, Ben's back. Let's hit this break. We're going to talk more about that.
Okay.
We're going to talk more about that in a second.
Don't leave me hanging like that, Ben. More after the break.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is your girl Melanie Riggs from Nothing But the Truth, and there is a fantastic event coming up that you do not want to miss. The award-winning 1017 The Truth is proud to announce our inaugural Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School in Milwaukee. We're bringing the community together for a family festival that will have something for everyone. There'll be live music, spoken word, delicious food, healthcare resources, and free giveaways. So mark your calendars for Saturday, August 12th to come out to our Truth Family Fest, sponsored by Ascension, Wisconsin and Educators Credit Union.
Hey Truth fans, it's Dee Kemp, Vice President of Programs for Axe Housing. I am so excited to give you some information about how we can help you and your family reach the dream of owning your own home. At Axe Housing, we know you may be struggling to buy your own home due to financial strain, or maybe you don't even know how to get started on the path to home ownership. This is where Axe Housing can help. We will provide you with your own home buying coaching team who will help you with the entire home buying process from start to finish. That includes the home search, the loan process, and the big closing day on your dream home. Why rent when you can own? Here at Axe Housing, we help prepare families for successful home ownership. Stop paying rent and start building wealth. Reach out to our Axe Housing team today because we believe in you and we know home ownership can be within your reach. Visit us today at axhousing.org to get started. That's ACTShousing.org.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
When looking for a healthcare provider, you want someone who genuinely cares about you, which is why Health Connections Incorporated is where it's at. They're a Black, woman-led nonprofit organization that provides both clinical and non-clinical healthcare. The direct clinical care they provide includes primary care, HIV care and prevention, and transgender health. HCI leaders are advocates, activists, decision makers, speakers, organizers, and collaborators on social determinants of health that impact healthcare access and health equity for all. Sign up for their mailing list at healthconnectmke.org.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I need a white horse, suicide doors, and we out of here. My horse kicking up noise when it's outfield. My boys bringing them toys and they down for real.
Truth Nation, the 1017 The Truth Street Team, sponsored by UW Credit Union, is on the move this week and coming to an event near you. Join our Truth Street Team tonight for a night of music, food, and fun at the Milwaukee Night Market from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Also, come out to the ballpark this Friday to win some Truth merch as our Truth Street Team celebrates the Brewers Negro League Tribute Night game at American Family Insurance Field. And lastly, come have a good time with music and the community this Saturday at the Share the Vibes Music and Technology Fest at the Miramar Theater from noon to 7 p.m. We can't wait to see you at our week of full events in the city. The 1017 The Truth Street Team is sponsored by UW Credit Union. They are here for every you. A lot going on in the city of Milwaukee. Always a lot going on in the summer in the city of Milwaukee. Always something.
You can't go without having something going on. It's always fun here.
Yes,
fun.
And we have German Fest coming up. You got the what is going on tonight? The Milwaukee Night Market. That is always cool.
Oh, Milwaukee Night Market is always popping off. But I haven't been there with the perspective of working here, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to try and go tonight and see what that's about from the different vantage point, because I hadn't been down here. I hadn't been down here to 3rd Street Market in a long time. So it's it'll be interesting. I look forward to it.
Yes, yes, it will be. It'll be a lot of fun. Always, you're coming off of the 120th anniversary of Harley Davidson
Right.
last weekend, and I saw the numbers, Bailey. I think $93 million revenue was pumped into the Milwaukee,
Wow.
the city of Milwaukee. Yes,
Wow.
yes,
That's amazing.
Over 120,000 visitors in for last weekend, and on top of that, you had Bastille Days, and
Right.
so there's something going on every single week, almost every single night in Milwaukee. You don't forget about the Washington Park Wednesdays.
Right.
The Truth will have a booth in Washington Park tonight from 4 to 8. So we're going to be everywhere. We're going to be at the night market. We're going to be in Washington Park. We're all over. Make sure you come and hit us up. Anytime you see the Truth tent, there's always some merch and some swag that you can get your hands on.
Right. So, Washington Park Wednesday, I've never heard of that one. I got to go through that one too. I'm still experiencing new things right here at The Truth. I'm still experiencing our different events and everything. So I look forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, we teased it before the break. Some news that have national and local ties. U.S. soldier with Racine connection detained in North Korea. Private second class Travis King, who was 23, crossed into North Korea shortly after being released from prison in South Korea, officials say. Now, the plan was for private second class Travis King, once he was released from the South Korea prison, he was taken to the airport, and he was supposed to be on his way back to Fort Bliss, Texas. But he ended up leaving the terminal, going on a tour with some other tourists.
Right, he was blending in with them,
yes,
supposedly.
blending in.
Yes.
And crosses the DMZ, which is the demilitarized zone. And if you know anything about North and South Korea, you don't even want to go near the line.
Right.
How about that?
How about
don't
that?
Don't cross the gun line, boss.
Right.
You don't want to cross the gun line. And for him, for Travis, I'm sorry, his name again is...
I think it's King, isn't it?
Yeah, Travis King. So he crosses over willingly, and he is now in custody. And the United States is put in a peculiar situation because this was all voluntarily. Like,
right.
He wasn't forced over there. At least that's not what is being reported right now.
Right.
And there was a local reporter that tried to speak with his mother down in Racine. She did not answer the door, but she did release a statement to ABC News saying that he must have been out of his mind. This is not like him. And she just wants him to return. What are your thoughts about this? This is interesting because, once again, it seems like this is his own free will. We can make up our narrative, but I know, in my opinion, if I just spent 47 days in a South Korea prison, I'm trying to get out of there.
Right.
I ain't trying to hang around.
Right. And they were sending him back to the United States.
Where he was going to possibly face being discharged.
Right. Right.
From the military.
Exactly.
So,
but I think that was because he probably was a bit mentally unstable and they knew that. I don't know that to be true, but, I was watching MSNBC yesterday and I saw our Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin on, which I love to see him on TV. Just makes me feel good. Okay, so anyways, he was on, and you can tell by the way he kind of looked when he talked about it, and all he would say was, well, we have notified his next of kin, and, so, and then he just looked down. I was like, uh-oh, that don't sound good. Because, when you do that, you go to other countries and things happen like that, then what do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, he over. He done crossed the line.
He crossed the line. And when you have more questions than answers, that's never good because you're trying to figure out what was his mental state. Did somebody in the South Korean prison threaten him and say, hey, you need to go over there and holler at somebody for me? I mean, you never know what it could be. Truth Nation, we would definitely like to hear your thoughts about this U.S. soldier crossing into North Korea with racine ties. Hit us up on the Truth Talking text line, 833-212-1017.
Okay.
Black Conscious, you are on the Truth Talk line. Good morning. What's your question or comment?
What a dumb donkey. And I'm not using donkey only because we're on the air. I'm going to use donkey. And really, we should move on to the next story because they're not going to negotiate. First of all, good morning. Knowledge yourself and good health to the both of you.
Good morning.
They're not going to negotiate for such a stupid act. It's over now. So maybe he liked the action he get over South Korea prisons than he would in American prisons. I don't know, but it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Black Conscious, thank you for always listening and chiming in. And Bailey, I'm with Black Conscious. And when I first heard this, I was like, yeah, it's.
Well, that's kind of the thing that Lloyd Austin, our Secretary of Defense, he was just like, yeah, well, we notified the next of kin because, I mean, the last person, think about this. The last person that was over in China or over in North Korea that they got back was a college student. He was a young college student when he went over there. Cannot remember his name, but they said, okay, we'll send him back because they had accused him and another guy of stealing.
Yeah.
The one guy they sent back, he was okay, but he wasn't the main person that they were accusing, right? This other guy, he was the main dude. They sent him back home. He lived 2 or 3 days after he got back to the United States. His mind was all messed up. You don't know what they did to him. It was some kind of, So this guy, this guy now, Telly, you were saying, oh, yeah, he might have had some message he needed to deliver over to somebody on the other side. Some dude tell him, go ahead, say whatever. I doubt that. He was black. He black. He not finna. He black.
The thing is, you're black and you are on the border of North and South Korea. I think you're gonna stick out a little bit. And they were talking about, he tried to blend in with the tour.
Right? How you gonna blend in? You over there and you're black. I mean, this would have been a perfect guess what race it is type game.
Yes.
Because you would never think that a person of color would ever do that.
And it's a communist country, and it was an Un. I can't remember the
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un. Yes. Yeah. So if Kim Jong-un is just chilling in his I mean, they don't have a White House, so he's chilling in his palace,
right?
And he has all these security cameras around, and he can monitor every piece of the border. And then he see this black dude walk across. He's like, hey, man, like for real, man. Come on. What are you doing? I mean,
there's really.
You think they not going to snatch you up?
Hello.
Because the first thing they're going to think is, he must be out of his mind thinking he could just roll over here like this is a normal neighborhood.
Exactly. Hey, hit us up on the Truth Talking text line, 833-212-1017 off the talking text line. My guy D from the West Side, he said, send Dennis Rodman. Dude is a nut. Hey, you know what? That might be the only way they get him out. I mean, let's be real. Because Dennis Rodman really is the only black person that we know of that has gone over there and came back. No problems. He was crazy when he left. He was crazy when he got back. So no.
Look, as our elders would say, what were you doing over there anyway?
Yes, exactly. Obviously,
like,
this guy's...
that was the thing. If growing up as a black man is not okay, what is going on with you is why did this happen to you?
Right.
So if I call about my mom, I ended up getting arrested. You shouldn't have been doing what you were doing. It's like, no, Ma, I need you to come get me, and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
Hey, but people going to want to talk about it before they've tried to figure out what is going on with him. Once again, hit us up on the True Talking text line, 833-212-1017. We will continue our conversation about this U.S. soldier crossing into North Korea, and he has Racine connections. And we'll also get into the House of Horrors. This is something that you don't hear often, but it was so terrible that we could not go this show without even mentioning it. Bailey Coleman in for DT. You're listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Are you looking for a job? Then Greater Milwaukee Urban League is the place to be. Join them Wednesday, July 19th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for their Working Wednesday job fair to learn about job opportunities available right now in the public service sector. Find out about current job at employers including the City of Milwaukee, Milwaukee County Transit System, and Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. Get more information at tmul.org. Join them on Wednesday, July 19th at GMUL's satellite office located at 3410 West Silver Spring Drive.
On Diversity and Excellence powered by Erie Insurance, I am so excited to talk about the different ways that Erie Insurance can help with our community growth, can provide job opportunities from Erie Insurance Corporate, or with our local agency force. I'm really excited about the education of generational wealth in our Black and brown communities and how we are a part of the communities here locally. There's so much more we can be a part of. Listen to me, Fred Johnson, on Diversity and Excellence, powered by Erie Insurance.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So, go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkmylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Backup starting to pick up on 43 southbound near Silver Spring, headed towards North Avenue. Also some minor delays going in the opposite direction on 43 towards Brown Deer Road. A couple of extra minutes in either direction. Also a little bit of a slowdown on 41 northbound just above the zoo as you head towards Watertown Plank Road. Not a major delay, just a little tapping on the brakes. And taking a look at the storm team forecast, sunny today, 80 near the lake, 85 inland. Could see some pop-up showers and storms later this evening. It could impact the Milwaukee night market. That rain will end by tomorrow morning with a high of 81. Friday mostly sunny, 80 degrees. Saturday sunny and a high of 81. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts on 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snime. The Milwaukee Brewers dropped a tough road loss on a Monday night in Philadelphia, losing to the Phillies by a final score of 4-3. Julio Teheran got the start for the Brewers, surrendering all 4 runs in just 4 2/3 innings.
It's a good lineup. I thought he navigated it pretty well. Probably the first hit of the game, just putting a run up on the board in the first swing hurt as much as anything.
Despite the loss, though, there was good news for the Brewers on Tuesday. All-star pitcher Brandon Woodruff will make his first rehab start on Saturday, and Aaron Ashby is also close to getting back to game action. The Brewers will look to bounce back tonight in Philly with a 5:40 first pitch. Coverage will get underway over on 620 WTMJ beginning at 5:05. Over to the NFL, where training camp is just 1 week from today in Green Bay, as the Packers rookies will get set to report to camp beginning on Friday. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
Don't know what they into. Hanging out the window, money on my man, I can switch the tempo. Up there like crescendo, I can make 100 on an instrumental.
Truth Nation, we want you to join us for our free and open to the public Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School in Milwaukee. We are bringing the community together for a free family festival that will have something for everyone. There will be live music, spoken word, delicious food, healthcare resources, and free giveaways. And we love the free. Yes, we do. We can't wait to see you on Saturday, August 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our Truth Family Fest. The Truth Family Fest is sponsored by Ascension Wisconsin and Educators Credit Union. Make sure you're there.
That's Bailey Coleman in for DT. You're listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. So far this morning, we've been talking about the U.S. soldier crossing into North Korea and having Racine ties. It appears his mom, Travis King, lives in Racine, and she is just wanting her son back, but trying to understand everything behind it, because it's another one of those weird ones where everyone knows, especially if you are an American soldier, that territory and what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. You are well educated on the history between North and South Korea and the tension that is always there. And this comes during a time where North Korea has just been testing missiles and seeing how far they can launch them and things like that. And
they said, we got an American. Yeah, come on. I mean, that's what they say. Hey, we got an American.
No one visits North Korea. Like Dennis Rodman was the last one American that visited North Korea.
And he came back all right. The mama might want to give a call.
Nah,
Dennis.
Hey, I don't even know what Dennis can do right now, because They don't even know where he's being detained, what's happening to him,
They ain't said
why
nothing.
they're even detaining him. I mean, they don't.
He came to them. He came to them. It wasn't like it wasn't like they was like, we gonna steal this American. That did not happen. He rode through. He pulled up on him. He pulled up on him. They said, all right, then.
Kim Jong-un was sitting there eating some Korean barbecue and was licking his fingers like, hold on. This American just walked across the screen.
Exactly.
Do we know where he at?
Exactly.
Wow, man. You hate to, I mean, we're not making light of this, but it's just there's a lot of questions that.
It's shocking.
Yes. And I mean, because this is a situation that the United States don't even know how to go about recovering him.
Exactly.
We don't know why he's being held. Do they think he's a spy?
Well, no, they're not thinking that. I don't think they're thinking that. I think they think that he just came over here. And so why would you do that? That's what I think. I think they're like, well, can we benefit off of him? What's his? No?
Yeah.
No, okay, he from Racine? Oh, his mama in Racine. No, they're not. They're probably sitting there thinking the same thing we are. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
But see, obviously he had some sort of mental imbalance, at least at that moment. We can, and because who would do that?
Yeah,
I mean,
and the only thing he had to do was get on the plane. They dropped him off at the terminal.
That's what I understand. Some people like that, if they got issues, you got to make sure you got to walk them on the plane.
Well,
and almost handcuff them to the seat until they get to the next location.
Listen here, Bailey. The last thing that they probably were thinking was, all right, this dude going to leave the terminal and go over to North Korea.
Yeah,
that's I don't know if that was on their mind when they dropped him off.
Probably not. Probably not. But there was some allegations, something said about him having problems prior to them even taking him to the airport. So that's what I don't get. If you know that there's some issues.
Yeah.
But who would have thought that he said, oh, I'm going to go to the demilitarized zone and I'm going to pull up on North Korea. Who was thinking that? No one. That's why it's shocking.
This is incredible. This is incredible that there's no explanation. There's just some things that you just can't explain. And I mean, moving on, here's another one that you can't explain, and this is just downright sickening. And police as well as neighbors in this community is calling it the House of Horror. There were 2 children, ages 7 and 9, that escaped from a home and when they escaped, they were naked and covered in feces. Some believe that was the first time they had been outside in years. They did not.
They didn't even know that there were kids living in the house.
Yes, that is unbelievable. And this took place. Neighbors spotted the 7 and 9-year-old boys wandering near North 71st and Dixon Streets in Milwaukee. And once Milwaukee police were contacted, and the fire department was dispatched. They picked these 2 children up, took them to the hospital to get treatment, and they had to shave their heads because their hair was matted in feces. And the neighbor described when they were able to escape outside, they were looking around as if they had never been outside. They had never attended school. They found that they were locked in a room where the lock was on the outside of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And the mother and the boyfriend are being charged and held in jail right now. I'm looking for the names, but even when you saw,
look, hold
this
on, let me
woman's mug
find
picture-
let me find the names for you, because this is too much, right?
Yes. And one of them last name is Koch.
Christine Eder and her husband, Eder.
No, it's Katie Koch and Joe
okay.
Mankey. Yes.
Oh,
It's
okay. Okay.
Mankey, I hope I'm saying it
Okay,
right.
maybe that was a person.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. They were the first. Christine Eder and her husband were the first to spot the children. That's what it was.
Yes. So Katie Koch and
This was-
Joel Mankey.
This was over near State Fair Park. Just so you're aware, because they said that this house was like allegedly like there was a lot of hoarding going on in the house too.
Mm-hmm.
And I read another story that said that the kids were not potty trained, and when they broke out of the house, they were like naked, allegedly, supposedly covered in feces and blood. I mean, it's just, what is going on? And the neighbors said they didn't even know that there were kids living in the house. They hadn't seen them. And they're 7 and 9 years old and allegedly not potty trained.
Wow. So Koch, the mother, bond was set at $30,000. She remains in custody. And online inmate records show Mankey, the boyfriend, is no longer being held in the Milwaukee County Jail. Now, being the boyfriend, he might be able to get out of this. Say, look, I didn't know this she had that going on. I mean, I didn't even know she had kids.
No, they were locked in the room, apparently. When I met her, I ain't seen no kids. I mean, you see this whole mess in the house. How was I supposed to see some kids?
Yeah, I ain't see nothing or hear nothing. And you have to wonder, and it really is a sad situation for those kids, because if they're not even potty trained at 7 and 9, what is their communication level?
Exactly.
I mean, they haven't been to school, so unless they taught themselves how to read,
I mean,
this is such a sad situation. Truth Nation, hit us up. 833-212-1017. Craig says, yes, these people definitely need to be put on blast. That is absolutely ridiculous for kids to be going through that. Outrageous.
Mike from
Mill Road. Go ahead and read that one.
Mike from Mill Road said, it's too weird. Hey, they black? No.
What do you think, Mike from Mill Road?
No, Mike, no.
Does that sound like something?
Unlike the soldier that crossed over to North Korea, he was black. This right here, it's right. It's weird. They are white.
Yeah. Those are two unexplained things that, gosh, I just you really feel for those kids. And you also have to think, what type of person or what type of people would do that to children?
I mean, that goes beyond someone just being depressed. That explains that explains a little bit of the hoarding. But that don't explain why. I mean, children are a gift, and you need to treat them that way. And so, locking them up, and I mean, there's probably, who knows? There could probably be some kind of issue with not just mental health of the mom. There could be some drug stuff. Who knows? Allegedly, supposedly, you just don't know these things. We're just looking, scratching the surface from the outside, and it's not looking good. you know.
The one thing that was more than one thing, but I have a problem with when people treat their pets better than people.
Right.
There are pets that are treated better than these kids, and these kids aren't animals.
They're not.
Not to say that you treat animals worse. My point is you don't treat people like that. Period.
Exactly.
Especially children.
Especially children. I mean, you imagine you're the neighbor. You look out your window and you see two naked kids, dirty, filthy, 7 and 9 years old, running around the neighborhood. Like they ain't never been outside before. They're running around. We outside.
You got to think, what is going on?
Exactly. What in the world is going on?
Yeah, that extends beyond depression and
yeah.
I'm not ready to be a parent or whatever the case may be.
Whatever the case. You know what? Give the kids up then.
Yeah.
Give them up to a relative. You could drop them. Hey, they say you could drop them off at a fire station, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do what you need to do to be right by the kids, though. Because if you're not ready, then you need to. There are plenty of people out here that are willing to take on other people's kids. Yeah. They want kids of their own. They can make them their own. They could give them a nice, healthy life.
Yep. Yep.
Don't be selfish. Be right. You know?
Yeah. You just don't know where everyone's mentality is in those type of situations. And thankfully, they were able to escape when they were able to escape. When we return, we will wrap up this conversation and get you set for hour number 2. You're listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Join the 1017 The Truth Street team this Friday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. for UW Credit Union's grand opening celebration of their new Oak Creek location. Our Truth Street team, sponsored by UW Credit Union, is excited to celebrate with you. They will have delicious treats, truth giveaways, a photo booth, and a chance to win free tickets to see the Milwaukee Brewers. We can't wait to see you this Friday at the grand opening of UW Credit Union's branch located at 7902 South Main Street in Oak Creek.
Truth Nation, make sure you join Melanie Ricks broadcasting nothing but the truth live on Thursday, July 20th from Direct Connect MKE's job fair at Roth Innovative Employment Solutions, 7800 West Brown Deer Road in Milwaukee. Come learn about great career opportunities offered by the city of Milwaukee while watching Mel broadcast live from the job fair. Again, that's Direct Connect MKE's job fair at Roth Innovative Employment Solutions on Thursday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. DirectConnectMKE.com.
July is Thrive Through Month for Good Karma Brands, and we are proud to share an encouraging story from The Truth's General Manager, Cherie Harris, of thriving through her breast cancer diagnosis.
What this journey has taught me is exercise patience with yourself. The recovery is long and it's going to be hard, but you have to be patient with it and you will get through it. That's what it's taught me. Another thing that's very important is changing my lifestyle, changing what I eat, how I cook, how I order. That is very important. I think nutrition has everything to do with your body makeup and how you're going to wake up and feel the next day. And if I'm not eating right, I'm not going to feel right. And that could be whatever choice it is. But for me, it's less of one protein versus the other. And that just helped me just repurpose myself and make myself feel better, and knowing that I'm doing everything I can to reset and refocus and remove this cancer from my body. And that's what changed. And that was hard, but it's well worth it.
What are you looking forward to moving forward?
I'm looking forward to getting back into work. The Truth has meant everything to me. It's my dream role, and I'm so excited to return back to work. I'm looking forward to living my best life, and that means a better work-life balance, traveling, spending time being an empty nester. It's a new chapter, and it's a new day. I turned 50, and I want to know what that next chapter looks like and what that means being 50 and being a cancer survivor all in one. But it's like I said, cancer doesn't define who I am. It's something that happened to me. So I'm excited to rebuild this puzzle, have new wardrobe maybe, and just go at it and thrive through what life brings to me and be a fighter every step of the way.
Support our Thrive Through initiative by joining the 1017 The Truth team on July 27th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Broken Bat Brewery in Milwaukee for a breast cancer research fundraiser. More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Energy made this one.
Yeah. Gangs. Hey. Truth Nation, we encourage you to join us this Saturday for the Truth Walk Against Violence led by Tory Lowe from 9 a.m. to noon as we walk from Victory Over Violence Park down MLK Drive right to our studio located in the 3rd Street Market Hall. This walk is all about bringing awareness to the violence in our community while advocating for more resources to help families who have fallen victim to violence. To sign up for the Truth Walk to Stop Violence, go to 1017thetruth.com. That is 1017thetruth.com to sign up to join while we walk against violence on this Saturday, July 22nd, from 9 a.m. to noon. And Bailey Coleman is going to be there, right?
You know I'm going to come out and support Tory. Definitely gonna. I love me some Tory Lowe. I'm going to be out there. I think I'm gonna get on the tail end of the walk, though. You know, the part that lands right here at the building. I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be there.
And you have some good parking, right?
Exactly.
Plenty going on in the community, and the truth is involved in every aspect, from the Milwaukee night market to Washington Park Wednesdays to the Walk Against Violence, the Walk Over Violence, this Saturday. So plenty coming up. Don't forget about the Truth Family Fest. That's on August 12th, and we definitely encourage you to make plans to do that. There are going to be a number of free resources. Kids will be starting school soon, and you'll get an opportunity to get free haircuts. So make sure you mark your calendars for the Truth Family Fest, our inaugural Truth Family Fest, August 12th at Riverside High School in Milwaukee. That's going to put a wrap on hour number 1. Coming up in hour number 2, we will get into Carly Russell's parents. They speak out. Some more interesting stuff. It's almost a little cryptic as well. And we will also get into the Houston woman being detained in Dubai for allegedly screaming in public. There's more to that story, and there's more Truth Be Told when we return. Bailey Coleman in for DT. Keep it locked.
3rd Street Market Hall is downtown's latest first stop, must stop destination, featuring 19 local food vendors, 2 bars, a patio, live music, and more. There's something for everyone at 3rd Street Market Hall.
To some people, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much. But that's not necessarily true. By 6 months, they're combining vowels and consonants. By 9 months, they're trying out different kinds of sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on some meaning. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Early screening and intervention can make a lifetime of difference and unlock a world of possibilities. Take the first step at autismspeaks.org.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles across the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries. Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of over 1.5 million children. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Join the livest radio show in Milwaukee, Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. Listen every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good morning. Thanks for keeping it locked right here on The Truth. Welcome back to hour number 2 of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Bailey Coleman in for DT this morning. Good morning again, Bailey.
Good morning, Telly. How are you?
I am doing great. We have been covering quite a bit so far in that first hour. We talked about that search warrant issued in the Tupac murder investigation, and that's pretty much it to the story. That's all the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department wants to give us. So we'll take that for now.
Okay.
And even though that took nearly 28 years to get, but hey, we're right in there.
Right.
We also talked about the U.S. soldier with Racine connections who crossed into North Korea. We will definitely hope he has a safe return, even though everything looks pretty murky from the information in terms of why he was over there to his possible return. But once again, we will see how that unfolds. We also touched on the House of Horrors, that horrific scene in Milwaukee where the mother and boyfriend was arrested after the mother's 2 children escaped, one 7, one 9, escaped their home naked and covered in feces. The mother remains in custody. The boyfriend has apparently been released. So that's what we covered in the first hour. Moving into the second hour is something that continues to be a story, and and there are still more questions than answers. Carly Russell, the young lady who was allegedly abducted for 48 hours in Hoover, Alabama, after seeing an infant on the side of the highway, she pulled over and she went missing. Yes, allegedly.
Supposedly.
There was a child on the side of the highway, even though there was never a child reported missing.
Or reported, no one else seen the child.
Yeah.
On the side of the highway.
No one else seen the child. And when Carly Russell returned home on foot 48 hours after disappearing, there were still no signs of a child. She was taken to the hospital, the UAB, the University of Alabama Birmingham Hospital, where she was released quickly after there were no injuries that were reported. Now, the Hoover Police Department in Alabama said at this point she is just trying to get back together, get her affairs in order, and things like that. The way I interpreted it, give them time to get their story together because there's a lot that's not adding up. And Carly Russell's parents spoke out for the first time since her return. And
let's
take a
hear
listen
it.
to this.
Yes.
They're still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
NBC News has reached out to the Hoover Police Department to ask whether they're looking for an individual involved. Police have just said they're following up on all information provided by Carly. And when I talked to you all on Saturday, you also said your daughter is a fighter and she would find a way back to you.
I felt that in my heart.
Is that what happened?
She did. She found her way back to us. However, we can't discuss the details of that.
But they say one thing is clear. Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely.
Okay,
there you have it.
Telly.
Carly Russell's parents
Telly.
speaking out.
Okay,
and
Telly.
I think there's
Telly.
even more questions
Telly.
now. I'll let you start, Bailey. Go ahead.
I just want to say they slid a line in there on me I hadn't heard before. Okay. When they said, okay, the reporter said, is it true you think your daughter was fighting for her life? Yes, she at some point physically fought for her life, but also, here's the line, mentally. She fought for her life mentally. They slid that line.
There it is.
They slid that line in there. My spidey senses came out when I heard that line.
Yeah.
My spidey senses was like,
so
what?
What do you feel now, Bailey? What do you feel about this situation, and what do you feel about hearing that line? Because that also stuck out to me too.
It makes it suspect. But I do want to say this now. In one of the reports, because a lot of the reports say different things, and that I think has to do with her or her family, talking to different people about what's been going on. But one of the reports said that the sheriff or police, whomever are investigating, had footage of her and her car. And when she pulled over, and they said the footage is grainy, but they did see her get out of the car. Mm-hmm. And then they said there was like a shadowy figure, and then she was gone. So now this is their footage. So it may be legit. That's all I'm going to put there for you. It may be legit.
That's what you got out of that?
Not out of that one, but another report.
Okay.
Another report, right? It was another report.
But now that you've heard this, and she had to do some Jedi mind tricks, apparently.
I'm still. I want to.
Come on, it's truth be told, Bailey. Say it.
Telly,
say
I
it.
want to believe. This I want to believe, but it's sounding real sketchy, and I'm feeling some type of. Y'all chime in, Truth Nation. Hit us up on the Truth Talking text line. I need to know what y'all feeling. 833-212-1017. Telly, what do you think? I want to believe. I always try to do the positive thing.
Yeah.
But it's sounding real sketch. Real sketch.
Very, very. What I think they did not help their cause.
I think the family should just be quiet, and the boyfriend.
But now, okay, the parents want to talk now. Where's the boyfriend now?
I think.
Where's the boyfriend now?
I think everybody needs to be quiet.
Yes.
Because
yes.
You don't want to get involved in this. And the more they talk and try to sort of hype things up, the worse it's going to make this girl look. Right.
Well,
because they adding in.
Yeah.
You know, they adding in. And if she just wouldn't have called 911.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can hit us up at 833-212-1017 and let us know what you think, because Craig says, yes, she fought physically to walk back while dealing with her breakdown because
Craig, you wrong.
mentally she was still competent enough to call, to get home, to fight, and flight. So, yeah. It still sounds suspect. Craig, look, sounds like you picking up what they putting down here.
Wait a minute. Armour said, Jesse, as in Smollett, do you take Carly to be your lawful wedded wife? Jesse, yes. With the power invested in me, I now pronounce you Carly Smollett. Oh, my gosh. In other words, giving Jesse Smollett vibes.
Yeah. You get Jesse Smollett vibes, but Jesse does not want Carly. Trust me.
Leave Jesse alone. Is it Jesse or Jesse?
I think it's Jesse. I think it's with a U, not an E.
Okay.
What I think, Bailey, is that did not help their cause. And if you are going to release a statement or speak out for the first time, it's to clear things up a little bit, not to make things more confusing. And while there's an active investigation going on, there are so many things that you can't say. But to just put out there, oh, yeah, she fought. She fought physically and mentally. So did she, once again, have to trick them to get out and then, like, punch them in the back of the neck and then, like those are just so vague. And once again, I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. Where's the baby?
Okay, so wait. I'm going to be honest with this, okay? True Talk and text line, hit us up, 833-212-1017. I had to sit there yesterday for a minute when we were talking about this story off air, and I had to think about this. Now, honestly, would I, even if I saw a baby on the freeway and would I actually stop? I mean, it looks suspect. Do I see anybody else around? I guess I would have to be like, do I see anybody else around? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't know necessarily that I would stop, but I would definitely call the police because it looks suspect. There's no way in the world that I can visualize a baby on the freeway like that by themselves.
Yeah. And
would I stop? I think I would be afraid to stop. I don't know that. I mean, and do you have enough time to stop? It seems like a split second kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, I thought about it. I was like, would I stop? I know I definitely like call 911 or something like that. But would I have time to stop? I mean, what do you do when you stop when you see a baby on the freeway? I mean, are you driving slow enough to see it and then react? Are you backing up? Are you driving forward? How soon do you see the baby? I don't know.
You bring up a lot of great points, Bailey, because we're looking at it in hindsight, and she's doing this in real time, and she does have to make a decision. Now, we could sit here and say, well, why didn't she call the police? Why didn't she just say, hey, there's a baby on the side? Or,
she did call the police. She did.
I thought she called her.
Well, that was after she called the police,
okay,
right?
Okay.
So then what happens? Is the baby just running around? Is there a divider between the baby and the highway? Is the baby in the dirt? I mean, is the baby actually on the highway? Did she reverse back or did she drive forward? And how far in advance did she see the baby on the, was she driving so fast? I mean, this is a highway now. I mean, it's like, how far in advance did she see that? And did the baby turn out to be a little person? Is that what it was? See, I have questions. I have so many questions because I don't know how you do that. And was it light outside or was it dark outside?
Oh, it was dark. It was like at 10:45 at night, and
okay, so
she
how
had
do
just
you
gotten off work.
How you see a baby in the middle of the road or on the freeway at 10:45 at night?
And Bailey, you're in Hoover, Alabama. It's
Can't
not
be
like
no
you
lights
are
on the
in
freeway. Can't
New
be
York
no
City,
right.
or-
Can't be no lights on the freeway. I've seen Alabama. Is that where it is, Alabama? I've seen Alabama.
Yeah.
They don't have lights all the way on all their streets.
No, it gets dark on those country roads, but that is a major highway. I
Yeah.
think it's 459, and I have spent a lot of time in Alabama and the Birmingham area. I know exactly where Hoover is, and it's just the way I described it a couple days ago. Hoover is like a Germantown and Menominee Falls combined.
Okay.
It's like a suburb like that.
Okay.
And if you were driving down 43 or 45, I'm not going to say that's the equivalent of 459, I think the highway was in Alabama, but it's very similar.
Wow.
And so I think you can just try and imagine you're driving down 94, 43, 45, whichever highway you frequent the most,
Mhm.
and it's 10:45 at night, and you see a baby.
How far?
But you're a female by yourself, though.
Right.
You have to take that into consideration.
I couldn't stop. I wouldn't be able to stop and do that. But look, how far? I mean, how many? Do you see the baby a mile in advance? Do you see a half a mile, quarter mile? You got enough time to slow down? I mean, think about that. Is that how can you be sure that it's actually a baby? I mean, look, no, all seriousness.
And this baby is just walking by itself.
By itself.
Yeah, but there's so many, I guess, details that make it look very suspicious.
Yeah.
But you have to think, why would she call the police if this was a hoax? Now, I don't even, did Jussie Smollett call the police after he was attacked by the people he hired?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, Dwayne says, this is off the True Talking text line. I'm sorry, everybody. 833-212-1017. Dwayne said, this sounds like a build-up to a Lifetime movie or a book. I know that's right.
It's way too much going on. And but we will have more when we return. What do you think about Carly Russell's parents speaking out and what they said? And did it pose more questions than answers? It does really seem like that. We will have more on this. You can always catch us by downloading the Truth app on Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and never miss a show. We know how much you are enjoying this morning's conversation, and we will continue it on the other side of the break.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Dr. Ken here. There's an event you won't want to miss. 1017 The Truth is proud to announce our inaugural Truth Family Fest. That's on Saturday, August 12th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School in Milwaukee. We'll have something for everybody: live music, spoken word, food, healthcare resources, free giveaways. Mark your calendar. That's Saturday, August 12th. Come to our Truth Family Fest, sponsored by Ascension, Wisconsin, and Educators Credit Union.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Truth Nation, make sure you join Melanie Ricks broadcasting nothing but the truth live on Thursday, July 20th from Direct Connect MKE's job fair at Ross Innovative Employment Solutions, 7800 West Brown Deer Road in Milwaukee. Come learn about great career opportunities offered by the city of Milwaukee while watching Mel broadcast live from the job fair. Again, that's Direct Connect MKE's job fair at Ross Innovative Employment Solutions on Thursday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. DirectConnectMKE.com. Fred, why choose Erie Insurance?
The passion that we put around your personal development and your growth. We pay for you to go to college.
What?
Yes, we will help pay for you to go to college. So you get your foot in the door with us, we will help advance your career.
Okay.
We will help you get the designations, like I mentioned. It's even easier now. I'm doing it from the outset with our diverse communities to help them get these designations and licenses before you even show up inside the doors of Erie Insurance.
Visit erieinsurance.com for more information.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the WIAA, are the 178,000 high school sports students in Wisconsin. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, soccer and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, administrators, and officials. We stand for the swimmers, football players, and wrestlers. We stand for the golfers, softball, and volleyball players. We stand as the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tight dress, money long, it's neon. With the C on. By the bed, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's.
Problematic, got the beef, right?
By the bed, that's the only thing I be on.
Bailey Coleman in for DT. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We continue in our conversation about Carlee Russell's parents speaking out about what possibly happened in a very indirect way. Carlee Russell's parents said that she had to fight both physically and mentally to escape her abductor. And that was a good question that the reporter that was doing the interview asked. And that was, are the police looking for this abductor? And the police responded by saying, well, we're just following the details and information that Carlee Russell is providing us. So basically, they're not looking for anybody.
They're looking at her.
Exactly.
The latest update that just came across the wire from Newsweek says that her employer turned over all uncovered info to police. So her employer gave her whereabouts from the time she checked in at work to the time she left.
Oh, boy.
So that's pretty much all they said. There's some other detail. I haven't read the whole thing, but they looking now. They are looking.
I don't know if they got to look that far.
Let me give you this one off the True Talk and text line at 833-212-1017. Probably not. This is no name on here. Y'all got to start supplying your name. Okay. Carly Russell giving Jussie Smollett vibes. It's being circulated that she had flunked out of nursing school and is using drugs and was with a friend. I'm just saying.
Now
Sounds
you open
sus.
yourself up to all of these rumors, all of these things.
I mean, that's circulating on the internet, and, it's in the streets.
So how do we
it's
know
allegedly,
that she's on drugs?
Allegedly.
Did her dealer come out and say, look, yeah, she's
I
been
don't
on
know.
one lately?
I always look at stuff like that comes from the streets. There's usually a strand of truth in there. Some places there's a little strand of truth. So I don't know. But
Craig is on fire this morning.
What did
Bailey.
Craig say?
Did you read that?
No, I haven't read it yet. Let me see.
He said, Craig hit us up on the talking text line 833-212-1017. Craig says the authorities are looking for someone. They're looking for her other personality that saw all this. For real, for real.
Craig, you out of order. Now, let's be clear. All of this is allegedly, supposedly. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're trying to think of every possible angle that it could be.
Yeah. Well, it seems like there are more details that come by the day with this situation.
Right, because tomorrow, by Friday, we're going to have this all. We're going to know everything. By Friday, we're going to know everything. It's going to be out there, and some of y'all going to be like, I told you.
Wow. Well, we will keep you posted on the developments of this Carly Russell, because just like Bailey mentioned, stuff is still coming off the news wire, and I'm sure when more information becomes available, we will know about it. But moving into another very interesting story, and one that is taking place overseas. I didn't realize this young lady has been detained in Dubai by authorities since May. But Tiara Young Allen, a popular social media influencer who goes by the moniker Sassy Trucker, had her passport confiscated and has been held in custody in the United Arab Emirates' largest city of Dubai. This woman, a black woman from Houston, has been detained by authorities since May for reportedly screaming in a public setting.
Screaming in public.
Now, there are other details that are saying that it wasn't just she was screaming. She was cursing. And she rented a car, and she had a dispute about some alleged damage that was had on the car. And she allegedly got into it with the desk clerk and started screaming and cursing. And apparently you can't do that over there. So
yeah, you got different rules in different countries.
Yes, and that's the thing that I want to put out there, regardless of if you agree or not, if it's right or wrong. before you take all these exotic vacations and you living your life and living your best life, and you know what you like to do, find out if it's okay to do that where you're going.
Every place is not America.
Exactly.
In every place, women don't have all the rights that we have here in the United States. Recognize, because you're an American, here's the thing. You get over there. Now, I have traveled. Okay. Traveled a lot of places, a lot of different countries. Got a nice passport. You cannot go over to any country assuming that not even one thing is the same as it is here in the United States. It just doesn't happen that way. So when, you have to control you and your temper and your, I have friends that get totally strung out, just start freaking out. You can't do that.
Yeah, you cannot do that. And once they get your passport, there are laws, there are different things that, like you said, Bailey, this is not America.
No.
You just can't go and holler at somebody at the passport place and like, all right, can I get my passport back? But for 2 months?
I mean, look, even countries that are friendly with America have rules.
Yes. Yeah.
They don't play. They don't deviate. They ain't trying to hear you.
Mm-hmm. It's an unfortunate situation, and a lot of times it could have been avoided just because your temper got you into this situation. And when you overseas, I just think that I really believe you try to be as nice as you can. The main goal is come to a point where it's like being black and getting pulled over. The main goal from the initial time you are pulled over, the goal is to get home.
Yes.
That's it. I just want to make it home safe. Do what you have to do. Give me the ticket. Give me my court date. Give me everything I got. Because all of that is better than the alternative of getting shot or not being able to go home. The main goal
is to go home.
Is to get home.
It's like
and when you're overseas, that should be your main goal as well.
Hello. When you're facing a police officer or when you're out of the country overseas, that is your main goal, to get home no matter what the situation.
Yes. And don't put yourself in a situation where you can't get home, because we do know and we have learned over the last year or so that you just can't go anywhere and do anything or the things that you do when you are at home. We saw how a vape pen got Brittany Griner 9 months in a Russian prison.
Hello.
So be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. And we want to hear what you think about this, as well as other topics we have covered so far. 833-212-1017. Miss Linda, a.k.a. L Thunder, says, about that soldier, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Carly Russell giving Jussie Smollett vibes. It's been circulated that she was with a friend. I'm just saying. And OMG, that young woman in jail for screaming seems like a lack of empathy. She was separated from her ID, credit card, and other items she possibly would need to return home. Panic mode. And why would she have to pay an undisclosed amount to get her own belongings? They just doing things in Dubai because they can. I don't know if that's Dubai or this young lady, because She put herself in that situation.
Look, you should always carry an extra ID on you somewhere. Always, especially when traveling out of the country. Whether it's your American driver's license and you got your passport over here, whatever the case, still, you always have to act with, your head together. You can't just freak out. You got to be calm.
Yes. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That's their laws.
Yes.
You have to respect them.
Yes.
While you are in their country. Hit us up on the True Talking text line. Let us know what you think about this Houston woman being detained in Dubai since May for allegedly screaming and cursing in public. Her passport has been confiscated. We don't know if there's a court date or how that procedure works, but when you are in other countries, if you doing something that's against their laws, you might want to look up the consequences that come along with breaking other countries' laws, because it's not like America. Hit us up on the True Talking text line, 833-212-1017. We will continue this conversation on the other side of the break.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City Year Milwaukee is recruiting for its 14th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply.
Ludacris. Back again. The Wisconsin State Fair welcomes Ludacris. Friday, August 11th, 7:30 p.m. at the State Fair main stage, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Get out the way. But how low can you go? Ludacris. With special guest Simba. Reserve seats on sale now at wistatefair.com. Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular. Ludacris.
The next disaster is coming. The time to get ready is now. Make a plan. Identify meetup locations and people you'll need to contact. Put your contact list in your wallet, on your phone, and somewhere visible in your home. Build a kit. Store enough food and water for 3 days. Don't forget your pets. And consider buying a pre-made kit. Keep at least 7 days of medication on hand. Work with your pharmacist and insurance company to secure the extra doses. Make copies of important documents. Keep them on your phone, in the cloud, or on a USB stick. Stay informed. Learn about local hazards. Take courses in CPR and first aid. And sign up for local alert systems. An early warning can give you the time you need to prepare for a fast-moving disaster. Be ready. Learn more at americares.org/sendusin.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
We've got a fresh accident 94 northbound. It's off of the Mineral Street on-ramp as you head towards downtown. Right now, it is blocking the on-ramp area just south of the Plankington exit. A squad car tending to the two vehicles involved. It's a slow go as you try to get onto the freeway, and backups are starting to form, stretching all the way to Lapham. So be mindful as you head towards downtown Milwaukee. Cars are going to be trying to get on. If you are looking to get on 94 northbound, I would recommend heading north on 6th Street and then approaching the freeway from the Marquette interchange instead. And taking a look at the Storm Team forecast for today, sunny skies, 80 near the lake, 85 inland. Showers and thunderstorms becoming possible this evening, a low of 63. Early morning rain possible Thursday, otherwise partly cloudy, and 81. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snime. The Milwaukee Brewers dropped a tough road loss on a Monday night in Philadelphia, losing to the Phillies by a final score of 4-3. Julio Teheran got the start for the Brewers, running all 4 runs in just 4 2/3 innings.
It's a good lineup. I thought he navigated it pretty well. Probably the first hitter of the game, just putting a run up on the board in the first swing hurt as much as anything.
Despite the loss, though, there was good news for the Brewers on Tuesday. All-star pitcher Brandon Woodruff will make his first rehab start on Saturday, and Aaron Ashby is also close to getting back to game action. The Brewers will look to bounce back tonight in Philly with a 5:40 first pitch. Coverage will get underway over on 620 WTMJ beginning at 5:05. Over to the NFL, where training camp is just 1 week from today in Green Bay, as the Packers rookies will get set to report to camp beginning on Friday. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me.
Before I came up in the game, nobody showed me love. They see me in the club and
okay.
treat me like a scrub.
Ben, you know this is one of my favorite songs. It's kind of hard now. Truth Nation. During July, we want to celebrate the survivors of breast cancer and highlight their stories of fighting and thriving through their diagnosis. All month long, you will hear about the journey of our beloved General Manager, Cherie Harris, and how she thrived through her diagnosis and continues to be an inspiration for family, friends, teammates, and beyond. We want you to join us on Thursday, July 27th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Broken Bat Brewery as I, Bailey Coleman, and my partner in crime, Vivian King, will host our Thrive Through special show live. And in addition, your favorite 1017 The Truth hosts will serve as guest bartenders from 4 to 8 p.m. to help fundraise for a special cause. All tips and 10% of the sales go to support the Frederick and Medical College of Wisconsin Breast Cancer Care and Research Fund. Telly, you're going to have to come out and be a bartender and show that support. We're going to be up there. I might get back behind the bar and mix a couple drinks too, because I might have a few skills in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Are you
not.
a strong one or sweet? Like you make them strong?
Oh, I make them strong.
High elbows?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only way to go in Wisconsin.
That's the only way to go. It's the only way to go. I know a couple drinks. I don't know what they call, but I know a couple drinks. I don't know what they call.
You don't know what they call?
I don't know what they call.
So how do
but I know
we order them?
I know a couple drinks. You just
Like,
say,
hey,
you just say, I
so,
need a
Miss
vodka.
Bailey, I want the good one.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
I got 2 good ones.
I want to drink that. It only takes one, and then I'm right where I need to be.
Oh, okay. That's my specialty. That one.
The one-hitter quitter. That's what
One
you call
hitter
it.
quitter.
There's names for them. You just haven't created them yet.
Exactly. One hitter quitter. Yes.
Oh, man. So we're going to continue our conversation with the Houston woman who is being detained in Dubai and charged with the crime of screaming in public. And in Dubai, let's just say there aren't a lot of laws that favor females.
Right.
There are a lot of restrictions, and one of them clearly is you can't scream or use profanity in public. Just like I don't know their laws. I know how it used to be, but women couldn't go outside without a head cover.
Right.
There are a lot of laws that still pertain in other countries that if you go over there, you have to abide by them laws. And during the break, I was watching an interview of the mom of this young lady speaking out, and they're saying, well, the gentleman at the ticket counter yelled at her first, and then she raised her voice. Now, again, I don't know any laws over there that talks about men screaming, but clearly there's a law against women screaming. So regardless of what he did, that has nothing to do with what you did. And regardless if you right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't agree with it. I think it's stupid. There are a lot of stupid laws in America.
Right. But you still got to abide by them.
You still got to abide by them, if you agree with them or not. And the same applies when you go to another country. And especially after hearing all the things that have been going on internationally, if you know you got an attitude problem, or you can't refrain yourself from going off on somebody or snapping on somebody or letting them know how you feel, when you get to another country, you need to walk away.
Yes.
Because letting them know how you feel can land you in jail for 2 months and counting.
Exactly.
Like this young lady.
Exactly. And they don't care. You think they
At
care?
all. They are going to continue their lives and keep it rolling. They ain't thinking about her.
And clearly. And, then you got to start reaching out to the embassy or having your family reach out to the embassy. All of that. When you
all of that
just...
because you couldn't control your emotions during one particular moment.
If you are someone, like you said, that cannot control your attitude, and that's who you are. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know you got an attitude. You know I'm gonna live my, and you bossy like that, and you just out there. You got to remember, you can't live that way, and you cannot act that way in another country. They don't care. They'll put you in jail. They don't like Americans in most countries anyway. We think we the ish anyway, so they don't really like us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true.
So
and we also know there's no conversation without an owlism. And Al hit us up on the Truth Talking text line. You can as well, 833-212-1017. Al says, you going to Dubai where they have lions like we have pit bulls, you can go to jail for not paying a car note. And you thought that being hood is admirable. You F around and find out. You got to have some class about yourself.
Yeah. She found out.
Gotta know how to behave.
You gotta know how to behave.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't putting up with your shenanigans.
No. No.
Everybody ain't doing that. They ain't got time for that.
At all, because their life is going on, and you expected to go over to Dubai for how many days? If it was a week, if it was 10 days. I don't think she had planned to be over there 2 months afterwards.
Not at all. I'm sure.
And not in a hotel.
Hello. Not and let's just go to some of these prisons, okay? These prisons over there. I mean, you think our prisons are bad? I mean, I don't know what you expecting. You got to when you get your behind in a sling, you'd be lucky if your family don't have time for you when you're here. They probably like, we can get a little respite. She over there in Dubai. She's safe. She in jail. She good. All right then.
Man, I tell you what, it ain't cheap to go over there and try and get her.
Okay. Because who got money for that? You barely have money to make the trip. That's why you got to be the goal, like you said, Telly. The goal is to get home.
Have a great time. Enjoy yourself. But get home safe.
Get home safe. Otherwise, what was the trip for anyway?
Apparently, it was.
Hey, I just want to go spend 2 or 3 months in Dubai in a prison.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to act.
And Bailey, this puts the U.S. government in a very awkward position, just like the U.S. soldier that crossed into North Korea. These are things that they kind of brought on themselves, and now you're asking the government to get you out of it. And that's why Travis King, the U.S. soldier that's in North Korea right now, the government don't know what to do, because I don't even know how to negotiate. I don't even know why he was over there. Or is he a prisoner of war? Do you want something in exchange for him? And it just, there's so many questions, because even if the United States Embassy and the United States government want to get involved in bringing this young lady back from Dubai, it's not like America can just go over there, or the U.S. government officials can go over there and say, all right, we know about your laws, but forget all that. We need our citizen back. It does not work like that. And when we return, we'll wrap things up on the other side of the break. You're listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Join the 1017 The Truth Street team this Friday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. for UW Credit Union's grand opening celebration of their new Oak Creek location. Our Truth Street team, sponsored by UW Credit Union, is excited to celebrate with you. They will have delicious treats, truth giveaways, a photo booth, and a chance to win free tickets to see the Milwaukee Brewers. We can't wait to see you this Friday at the grand opening of UW Credit Union's branch located at 7902 South Main Street in Oak Creek.
This is the new 1017 The Truth Milwaukee Public School Athletic Alumni Spotlight.
Desiree Des Bryant, born April 27th, 1993, is one of Wisconsin's most decorated high school athletes of all time. Desiree attended Bradley Tech High School and will become a star running track and field. She will graduate high school in 2011 and head down to South Carolina to continue her athletic career as a Clemson Tiger. Just in her freshman year in college, she earned a bronze medal at the World Junior Championships in Barcelona, Spain. All of Desiree's hard work would pay off in 2019, where she ran the 200-meter dash, completing it in 22.47 seconds. Desiree was already the greatest high school sprinter in the state. That night, she became the United States national champion. Desiree Bryant, always a Bradley Tech Trojan, and always MPS proud.
This has been your Milwaukee Public School Athletic Alumni Spotlight, presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At Associated Bank, they know opportunity can't wait. If you're a female or minority small business owner, their Community Uplift loans could be for you. Loans range from $5,000 to $50,000. Get funds in as little as one business day. Talk to a relationship manager today about a Community Uplift loan and other business banking services. Call 800-270-7725. Visit AssociatedBank.com or stop by your local branch. Because you help build the Midwest and your neighborhoods, they got your back. Associated Bank, your money works here. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Truth Nation, make sure you join Melanie Ricks broadcasting nothing but the truth live on Thursday, July 20th from Direct Connect MKE's job fair at Roth Innovative Employment Solutions, 7800 West Brown Deer Road in Milwaukee. Come learn about great career opportunities offered by the city of Milwaukee while watching Mel broadcast live from the job fair. Again, that's Direct Connect MKE's job fair at Roth Innovative Employment Solutions on Thursday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. DirectConnectMKE.com.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. Take 5, the Northside Classic. Bring me back. Yeah. Get ahead, go ahead if you're hungry. Sun kissed by the sun rays in the morning. Dallas on my mind, yeah, paper
Come
important.
to the end of Truth Be Told, and I still feel like there are more questions than answers in all the topics that we have covered.
There are way more questions than answers.
We try to provide answers here, but
we try.
I mean, we don't know why he went over to North Korea. We don't know why.
We got nothing.
This woman was screaming in Dubai. We don't know why Carly Russell's parents come out and say she fought physically and mentally. I really want to know the mental part.
I do too. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm a little confused at all of this. I mean, but hey, we'll keep working on it.
And we'll keep working on it. We'll try to get understanding together.
I mean, yeah. Keep an eye on it. That's all we can say. But I think by Friday, okay, it's Wednesday. I think by Friday we'll have the answer to at least Carly's situation.
All right, we're gonna hold you to that. That's
now
only
your girl,
2 days away.
Now your
things
girls
are developing as every moment it seems like with these stories. So
your girl's still gonna be over in Dubai though. She might as well enjoy her visit.
I think my man over at North Korea may want to go ahead and settle in too, and try to learn the language and try to get around. But Bailey, thanks once again for filling in. We appreciate it. Always enjoy it. And we have Sherwin Hughes up next. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. You've been listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Make it a great Wednesday. Peace out.